Have you ever seen a man in his 50s lose everything? Not his career, not his health, himself. He was grounded. He had finally found freedom. Then she entered his life, and within 6 months, the man everyone knew seemed to vanish. No one really talks about that. And today, that's exactly what we're going to discuss. Before we dive in, leave a comment below. Do you believe men over 50 should date casually, or should they commit fully to something serious? I genuinely want to hear your perspective. And if you think this message is one more men need to hear, hit the like button. It costs nothing, and it might reach someone who truly needs it. Now, let's talk about something most men in their 50s and 60s never say out loud. Why? Because it's uncomfortable, because it challenges everything they were taught a real man should want. 6 reasons to never have a girlfriend after 50 and 60, viewed through the lens of Stoicism. And before you assume this comes from bitterness, stop right there. This has nothing to do with bitterness. This is about power. This is about clarity. This is about recognizing the invisible traps men walk into during this exact season of life. Traps that quietly drain their energy, traps that slowly steal their peace, traps that gradually dismantle the man they spent decades becoming, often without anyone noticing. Here is the truth that lays the foundation for everything else. The villain in this story is not women. The villain is attachment without awareness. It's the pattern older men repeatedly fall into, surrendering their boundaries simply because they're grateful someone is paying attention. It's the craving for validation that emerges after divorce, after loneliness, after years of feeling invisible. It's the silent and dangerous belief that a girlfriend can fill a void that only discipline, purpose, and genuine self-respect can truly fill. Stoicism cuts through it all with a single principle. Never tie your peace to something outside your control. And a girlfriend, if we're being completely honest, is the definition of something you cannot control. So here are the 6 reasons, and if you're a man in the US, UK, Canada, or Australia who has reached his 50s or 60s and started thinking it might be time to settle down again, this message is for you. Reason 1. Most women your age are not looking for love. They are looking for security. This isn't criticism, it's reality, and Stoicism demands that we face reality directly. When you're a man in your 50s or 60s, you possess something younger men simply haven't developed yet: stability, emotional discipline, calm confidence, financial competence, and decades of experience. Women notice these qualities immediately. Of course they do. But here's the part most men completely overlook. Many are not attracted primarily to who you are internally. They are attracted to what you represent externally, what you can provide, what you can stabilize, what burdens you can absorb for them. And men over 50 often misunderstand this. The attention starts returning. They feel desired again after years of silence. They feel chosen, and they assume that attention is deeply personal. Most of the time, it isn't. The Stoic truth is simple and sharp. Attraction built on convenience disappears the moment the convenience disappears. Think about it this way. You buy a boat. Suddenly, friends you haven't spoken to in years begin calling. Are they coming to see you, or are they coming to see the boat? Older men become the boat far more than they want to admit. I've seen this pattern play out countless times. A man enters a relationship convinced she truly sees him. 6 months later, he's paying for everything. He's carrying every emotional crisis she brings into the relationship. He's reshaping his entire life around her comfort. And what does he receive in return? Very little. Not because she's cruel, because it's practical, because human nature is doing exactly what human nature does. But when you can't see it clearly, it becomes a trap you can't escape because you don't even recognize the walls. Reason 2, you will lose your freedom much faster than you think. Men in their 50s and 60s finally reach a stage where life begins to feel lighter again. You survived heartbreak. You survived demanding careers. You survived family struggles. You survived health scares in the middle of the night. You survived years of wondering whether any of it was worth it, and you made it through. You earned your peace. You earned your slow mornings. You earned the right to say no without guilt, and yes without needing anyone's approval. Then you enter a committed relationship, and quietly, without a dramatic moment, you start exchanging freedom for companionship. The tragedy is that companionship rarely equals the freedom you sacrificed. Your schedule begins adjusting. The things that once restored you are slowly replaced by how she needs the evenings, the weekends, the vacations to go.